What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing right now is letting you guys know the top 10 players, the top 10 best players you should have on your ultimate team right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So one thing to note real quick before I get into this, when it comes to winning games and grinding out there, keep in mind, it doesn't mean just because some of these people have like 90 overalls, 89 overalls, that they're going to go out there and guarantee win games. I know people out there who got 85, 83, 84 overalls and going out there and winning a ton of game. The number one rule, honestly, is just really knowing how to play and how to adjust your lineup and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, it's really just paying attention to the player and making sure that you pick the best player for your team, right? So the way I add up my squad, right? As you can tell, I got almost 2.3 million coins. I always point that out is because I could go and add a lot of goons to the squad that a lot of people are probably having on their squad. Basically, they deplete their coins in order to get, in their opinion, the top players. But the way I look at it is I look at the individual players and I say, who could really compete out there and who's really going to do good when it comes to their stats and actually how they play. So that's how I base it on. I did a video about this a while back about the top 10 players you must have on your squad. I'm updating it because there's new players that I want to actually add. Some players will be still added, but I'm going to add additional players. So there's actually going to be a little bit more than 10, but top 10 for sure that I will be letting you guys know. First of all, I guess we'll start off with Donald Parham. And the reason why I say Donald Parham is because he seems to still be the best tight end in the game, unless you get Dave Casper, which is all right. But what makes him the best, honestly, is not because he's always winning tons of games, or helping win tons of games, I should say, but because he's so tall. That's why, and I don't want to like take that from him. Like, no matter what, there's other people who are actually decent, but the height does make a difference. And every time that I'm online, I don't care who, if I run man, I got to make sure that I actually guard. If someone's already manned up on him, I make sure that I get my user and I man up with him on top of the other player that I have, because I know that 9 or 10 times when I throw it to him, he's going to catch it. There's some times when I'm actually on him and I'm manning up against him that he still will make the catch. So because this guy has given me so many problems, he's still going to be one of the top 10 players on the squad that you guys need to have. And also, he's not even going for that much no more. So definitely, right? There's other times that are decent, but he's a must-have. Another one that we're going to add is this Cavante Turvin. Another thing too, real quick, is I'm not saying these in no particular order. I'm not saying that this is number 1, number 2. I'm just saying these are the top 10. That's all I'm going to say. So Cavante Turvin. I know some of you guys are like, well, you just said right now height makes, yeah, height does make a difference. But because I actually use this card, and at first I was like, well, I even told you guys from the beginning, I was like, oh man, I don't know how good he's going to do because of his height, even though his other stats are good. But I'm telling you right now, once I used him, like a light bulb went off, because I realized how, like, basically how you, depending on how you use this player, it'll be much more effective. So what it made me realize is that it's good to have players that are tall, but all your players shouldn't be tall, because all your players are tall doesn't mean they're all going to perform well. So what I like about him is that he's short and he's like real aggressive and he fights for additional yardage, and he could do those little short routes that a lot of people have a hard time to keep up with, right? So I always put him on good. I mean, I actually have him go deep too, but a lot of short routes I like him have him on because a lot of people can't keep up with him. He's so fast, and he's able to run the routes pretty good to where he gets open a lot. So he's another player that I'm going to add, right? With 88 speed, he got 88 jumping. Look at all his route running: 86 deep, 87 mid, and 90 short route. So that's what makes him insane. At 86 catching traffic, which is good. And look at his juke and spin: 88 juke and 87 spin. And just so you guys know, he sticks up to what basically why he got a team of the week card too, meaning that I return kicks with him as well as punts. So this guy is what it is supposed to be. Another one that I'm going to add again is this Jim Taylor. And the reason why is because I already returned like 2 kicks with him, kick returns. And it's very rare that a fullback is going to return a kick, right? And especially this early on in the game with an 87 overall. But this guy, they always want to kick it to the fullback. And I told you guys before, the reason why I picked him up is because I actually played against him and I got a kick returned on me. And I was like, who in the heck is Jim Taylor? I went back and I found out who it was. I was like, this is the first guy I'm going to get once I complete the set, because if they return kicks with him, I want to make sure that we're most effective at that position when they kick it, because a lot of times they use a kick to the fullback, and some people don't realize how effective he is, right? And he also got 85 jumping, 81 carry, 83 juke, and 77 spin. Not really too crazy right there. The speed's not really that crazy, but he's return kicks. So that's what really amazed me. So he's another player to have on your squad. All right. Another halfback. I know there's other halfbacks out there. Some of these players that I'm gonna be speaking about are, you know, high in price, and some are gonna be low in price, more like budget beast, right? So I understand there's other probably halfbacks out there that are real good, but considering the price for DeMarco Murray, and also knowing that you can actually complete them in a set and get all the players back as B&D and then sell the master back, he's a must-have on the squad. Let me tell you guys that right now. With DeMarco Murray, so far all I had was one fumble, and it was like a weird fumble. But besides that, I haven't fumbled with him yet. And not only does he run good and fight for additional yards, he also could actually run a route and get open. I remember I played and I had to run back out with Dak Prescott. I didn't actually put out that gameplay, but I got one of the clips I'm going to put out soon. And I ran back and I was like, okay, well, who's open? Either I'm going to throw it away or someone's going to get sacked. This guy got open. I threw the ball to him and he went all the way to a touchdown. I think it was like 60, 70 yards, right? So it was pretty crazy. So that what they're showing me, that not only is he good at running as a runner, but he's good at route running on top of that. And he got that, what is he got? He got 87 speed. On my 50 out of 50 Cowboy team, he actually gets 89 speed. But he's a good budget beast. And also this Michael Crabtree. I know there's other receivers, but this Michael Crabtree is a great, he's 6'1", he's a great route runner, and he opens, and he happens to always get open, right? So going out with this team that I have right here, I'm pretty confident that no matter what route I put on any of them, they're going to do good, right? We already know CeeDee Lamb is good. You get him for free, so we know that. So I really don't have to say much about him, but I will say Michael Crabtree is another one to have, right? So now let's go to our defense. So there's someone on defense that I don't have yet that I'm going to recommend. And the reason why, I know you're like, well, if you're recommending, how come you don't have him? Is because I'm still waiting for my 89 overall free B&D all Madden player. And I don't want to go have to get him right now if I'm going to get him for free. I don't know who I'm going to get for free when it comes to that player. So it's crazy. I have to wait. Once I get whoever it is I'm going to get, then I'll go and adjust my team accordingly. But the player I will say is Ronnie Lott. His stats are insane. And I was like, and I know you guys didn't tell me, wow, his stats are insane, but how well does he play? How do you know? Because I have him on my no money spent team. That's how I know how well he plays. And two of those players I'm going to mention right here, two players I'm going to mention on the defense right now that I don't have are on my no money spent team. That's how I know how they play. And Ronnie Lott, the way they built him was like a goon, and he's always been a playmaker in every Madden, and he still continues to be a playmaker to this day. So that's one thing I want to highlight real quick. So even though he's not, I don't have him right now, I'm waiting patiently to see who I pull, and whoever is, if I don't pull him, then I'll go ahead and go pick him up, right? Another one is going to be Junior Seau, which I don't actually have on my squad right now, but I have the 87 overall B&D pack. So once again, I'm waiting for the 89 overall all Madden player to see, because if I end up pulling Sam Mills, even though he's a little short, he's actually real good, right? To me, I'd rather have Junior Seau, but once again, though, I'm not gonna pick him if I end up pulling 89 overall Sam Mills. Then I'm gonna have him and Langton Vanders right there as my middle linebacker. But I might get him anyway just to have three different middle linebackers, but I'm going to hold off for now. But if I don't get him, then I'm going to go ahead and pick Junior Seau, which is a goon. He's fast. He got like, what, 80 something. I think he got like, I know he got above like 86 hit power. But this guy, I'm telling you right now, he's always running and stopping the runs, making plays, and just making it happen out there. So he's another one that I would actually pick for the defense. We already know about Micah Parsons. I'm just naming other different players that people probably not familiar with or don't really understand that they really function that good. Also, Anthony Barr, he's a new addition that we just got to the squad. Not only is he a Cowboy, but he's actually, for a left outside linebacker, to me, he's the best left outside linebacker right now, and especially with how much you'll pay for him. He doesn't even go for that much. These cards actually even drop more. I paid 120 for him, 120K. He's actually down to like 70K. 87 speed, 85 acceleration, 81 play rate, 86 block shot, 81 power move. To me, and even I got 85 finesse move. I'll use him more as a spy or even a user. This will actually be perfect. 85 jumping. So and he got 86 hit power. So to me, definitely worth having on the squad. All right, so another one that's new is this Troy Polamalu. When I first got him, I completed this set and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just sell him off after that, because I wasn't tripping. I already had the players that I want, especially picking up Keanu O'Neal. However, once I went online with them, he impressed me. Some people are saying, oh, you know, he's not that good, but I'm telling you right now, as a user and also as a strong safety out there, even though he's short, he's making plays, and he's a good run stopper too. Look at, he got 89 speed. He got that 88 jump. He's only 5'10", but look at all his other stats. 90 hit power, 90 zone, 81 man, 85 play rec, 88 tackle. So don't underestimate him. If you guys don't want to get him, like I said, that's on you. He got 88 change direction, 82 juke. However, like I'm telling you guys right now, this guy is worth the coins, and he's not even going that much. You guys complete the set, you get Anthony Barr as well as the other 87s, and just keep them like I did. It's like there's so much to gain from completing the set and having them on your squad. Not only out there with gameplay, but just the players that you're gonna get by completing the set, right? Another player that I have to. There's two other players, right? Of course, you know, Woolen's cool, all these other players cool, but there's two other players I want to mention real quick, which is this Stephon Gilmore. No matter where I have him at, this guy is locked down. Of course, at times he will get, you know, smoked out there. It's just what it is. It's Madden. It's football. You know, even the best cornerbacks get moved on the way they move out there. You know, they'll pass them up and stuff like that. But majority of the times, I'm telling you right now, the guy will think he has separation. I've been victim to this too, playing against him. Like, the guy will have decent separation, so he's throwing it to him, be like, okay, I got this pass. And then Stephon Gilmore would jump out of nowhere and grab that ball, intercept it, either a pick six or just a pick in general. And that's what I like about this card. So definitely a must-have, and you get them for free just by leveling up. Look at his stats: 90 press, 92 zone, 89 Madden, 90 play rec, 89 jumping, 85 agility, 89 acceleration, and 87 speed. Card is insane. The last card I'm gonna mention, which is a low overall budget beast, but he seeks to amaze me every single game, is this Derek Brown. He's a free headliner player. I don't even know if you could get him more. I don't know if some of you guys even got your headliner objective still, but he was one of the free 86 overall players that you can't go and buy in the auction house or anything like that. You're only able to get him through playing the solos, but I have to mention him again because this inside stuff that he has on him and his card in general, he's always breaking out. Even playing against him, I gotta watch him, right? Because I gotta, especially doing run plays and stuff like that, because I gotta know where I'm gonna go, because this guy will pop out of nowhere and shut me down, and vice versa. Like me using this card, he shuts down the run a lot, and it's actually a real OP card. So he's the last one I want to mention, just based on the fact that he continues to perform. I'm not telling you guys about players that, oh, I heard about, or, you know, maybe they might be good, or, you know, based on their style. I'm telling you players that I use on my squad and that I see the way they operate. Like I said, I don't have Ronnie Law on the squad or Junior Sehu on this squad, but on my no money spin team I have them, so I seen the way they operate, so I can speak about them, right? I'm also going to be doing one for that squad, about the top 10 for that squad, so stay tuned for that. But that's on my no money spin team on Noble Peasant Gaming too. But anyways, there it is. There, them are the top 10 players that must have on your squad. It's actually a little bit more that I named, but them are the must have players that you need for your squad in order to get the most out of your ultimate team. Complete your solo challenges, win online games, win solo battles and stuff like that. Them are the players you need, because them are the ones that'll get you the most results. But anyways, there it is. There, if you guys like seeing what you drop a like on the video. If you guys need sub to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.